Hello and welcome back once again to After the Credits. Today we're talking about Ferdinand, movie about a bull who doesn't want to be a bull. So this is the newest film from Blue Sky Animation, who does the Ice Age films and things of that nature. And it's basically, again, the whole, I don't want to be what I'm destined to be, so I'm going to try and be something else, but in the end I end up having to be what I'm destined to be, but I find a different way of doing it that makes me happy, blah blah blah. So we're introduced to Ferdinand as a young calf, and he's on this bull ranch with all the other bulls, and all the bulls that he's grown up with and all the other adult bulls and everything dream of being the bull that's selected by the matador to go fight in the arena, and they all think they're going to defeat the matador and come back to glory and all this, and each time, another bull disappears and doesn't come back, and over the course of however many years, no one realizes that none of the bulls ever come back. It takes Ferdinand, most of his life to realize that, but basically Ferdinand can fight, he just doesn't want to fight, and even when the other kids are kind of squaring off, just kind of butting their heads together, he wants nothing to do with it. He's just kind of like a pacifist, basically. He can fight, but he chooses not to. And his dad's talking to him because his dad gets selected to go to the arena, and he goes, oh, someday you'll get to go to the arena, and he's like, do I have to? And his dad's like, well, yeah, you're a bull. It's what we do. He goes, well, what if I don't want to? Is there another choice for me? He's like, oh, maybe when you get older, you'll change your mind. He goes, I didn't always want to be a fighter when I was young either. So his dad goes off and doesn't come back, and he decides to run away, manages to get out of his pen, and escapes the bull farm, and he's found by this young girl and her father, and taken in and allowed to live on their farm, which is a big open pasture, so he kind of has free range to do whatever he wants. And then we jump to a couple years later where he's fully grown now, and he's like twice the size of any other bull, so he's huge. And the flower festival is coming up, so he's going to go to the flower festival with the guy and his daughter, and the guy's like, oh, sorry, Ferdinand, you can't come this year. And the daughter's like, why? He comes with us every year. And the dad's like, well, he's not exactly a baby bull anymore. People outside of our farm aren't going to understand. And it's like, wait a minute, you've been going to this flower festival every year with this baby bull, and he's slowly been getting bigger and bigger over the years. No one in town knows this bull and knows that you bring him to the festival every freaking year. It's just like, oh, now he's suddenly this great beast and no one's ever seen him, so they're not going to understand. It's like, are you in a different town now or something? What happened? So basically, he's like, I don't care what they say, I'm going to go to the flower festival anyway. So he sneaks out of the place and goes to the flower festival, and everything's fine at first, and then he ends up getting stung by a bee on accident, and he kind of goes into this rampage because his ass hurts. So he's jumping around and freaking out and basically destroys the village, and they're like, oh, he's a monster, he destroyed the whole village, he's attacking people, blah blah blah. So they capture him and they send him back to the bull farm, and everyone's kind of like, oh, it's Ferdinand, he's back. And, they're kind of giving him crap because he disappeared. It's like, oh, what, you think he can come back now and be the big king and everything? And he's like, no, I still don't want to fight. I don't want to be back here. I need to escape. So then he's trying to escape. And through some conflict and whatever else, he eventually starts to escape, and then he sees all the bull horns and stuff on the wall, and he realizes that through all the years, no bull has ever been the matador, no bull has ever come back, so he's not going to leave alone. If he's going to leave, he's taking everyone with him, because he doesn't want anyone else to die. None of his friends, even though they're not really that close of friends, but he doesn't want anyone else to suffer. So he's trying to convince everyone to go with him, and at first no one wants to, and then finally, through some persuasion, everyone decides, okay, let's escape. So he helps them all escape, but he ends up being captured again. So now he has to go fight the matador in the arena because he's the only one left. So he goes in, and we draw to a conclusion of the movie. I'm not going to tell you exactly what happens, but it's a family-friendly film for kids, so you basically know what's going to happen, how it's going to end, so on and so forth. And that's basically Ferdinand. So what would I give it as far as a star rating? Probably a 3. Like I said, it's basically your average, I don't want to be what I'm destined to be film, similar to Lion King, Little Mermaid, so on and so forth. Although those do it a little bit better than this one does. This one's a little on-the-nose telegraphed, but overall still a fun film. It had a few funny parts in it. A little bit of a plot hole with the whole you can't come to the flower festival because no one would understand you thing. But beyond that, it's basically your standard movie. So that's all I got to say about this one. Again, as always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Links are down in the description. Click the bell next to the subscribe button so you get notifications every time I post new content. And until next time, I'll see you after the credits.